Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Pratiksha Bhadoria, and I, along with my team, Vikas and Amjit, so we are going to discuss today about the project entities and the business entities and how to configure one. So let's move ahead. So this is the agenda for today: how to create, search, and view or edit the different pages. So can we move on to the next slide? So create project entity. So as the word project it itself says, a normal project that we make, not just an MDM project. So basically it acts like a container that holds the different multiple business entities. So here in MDM it's like a container that would hold that will collect basic multiple entities, so that it all these MDM applications that are being used, so it can be actually kept at a place, and it can be used in a very configured way. So this is what a project entity is. And when we come for a business entity, so business entity, it's like in the real world we have many examples like customer, and then we have a product, we have a supplier, we have an employee. So these are the business related entities for whose data we'll be actually using to get certain valuable data and analysis out of it. So this is what a business entity is. Yes. So how do we create a business entity in Business 360 application? So the first step is in the admin console, as we can see the in the screenshot that is given in the right. So first we go on to the new, then we go to business entity, then the next step is create, then we have to give a name. And after giving a name, we have to give a location or a folder. Then there are certain icons also as shown. So we can use any icon out of these. Then we can go to create and we can add some attributes. Then we can double click the attribute so that it is present on the screen, right? And then we have next step where we can at least click on any field that we want it to be searched. Just suppose we are we are doing an analysis, so we can make any component field as searchable. Then we have a search layout where we can add a business application and the component. Then the next step is we choose the search layout. Like we have to choose the searchable field that we want. Like if we are searching on the username or the city where the user is residing. So all these fields we can select in the searchable fields option where we want. And then when all these things are done, we can click on the save button and we'll have a entity ready for us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pratiksha ma'am. These are the topics why we are creating business entity. Okay. So business entity, why we do business entity? So it is a representation of real world data, we can say. Okay. Like customers, products, and suppliers and employee. So the next steps we have to follow here is optional. Add a view and edit page. We can add these pages. We will see that how we can add these pages in upcoming slides. So new, then business application we have to choose, and the page we want to select. We have to give the name, description, what the cons steps we have to follow to creating these things. Okay, choose your business entity. Like you have to choose their business entity. We have seen in the previous slides the here you can see the UI interface here. So when you log in into the Business 360 console now, then you can see the each and every steps you have to follow. So you have to understand the steps firstly, then you can do these things. So after choosing the business entity, you have to click on view and edit button. So click OK, and the page components you have to click what page you have to what page you have to choose for the business entity, and the fields you have to add in the page tab. So whatever tab you want to add, or needed, you can add those things, and your business entity is okay. So after that, these steps are included. These are the small steps you have to follow. These are not the hectic things. So add the business entity. Okay. In model section, model option, you can see the plus sign. You have to click on that. Select your new business entity. Okay, business entity, and choose a display field to show. Okay, which display field you want to show there in the customer 360 application. Okay, add the search layout for that business entity. Click plus under search layouts, or you should see your new search layout there. Pick your search layout, click select which search layout you want to pick, and click select. This is all the user interface things. You have to just click the buttons you want to do. And if you have view and edit page, add the view and edit page to the customer 360 application. We will see in the next lecture how we can integrate the things from business entity to customer 360. And after that, we can save the customer 360 application. So why we are creating business entity? If we have curiosity, why we are creating business entity? So it structured the data, it manages the data. Okay, how the data is structured, how the data is managed in the MDM Cloud SaaS. So it helps in organizing the standard master data, we can say the golden data. So it is used to manage the data. Defines the key attributes like name, the full name, the middle name, the email, the phone number, the address, everything are attributes. So it uh, defines, okay, and it defines the relationship, which attribute is related to which one. Governance rule, it defines also. Governance rules means it follows some rules which is essential for this tool MDM. And whatever we are creating the different data, we are getting the different data sets from different sources. So it's data integration, so it ensures that data integration also. Okay, and we can implement the validation rule here. Validation rule like email format. The email format ends with your company.com name. Okay, so it ensures that the validation is true. Okay, and the phone number is up to mark, like phone number is of 10 digits, or it depends on the country. Okay, so it ensures the validation also. It prevents duplicacy, like when we do match and merge rules, it prevents those things also, the duplicacy, that the data are not duplicated. So that's why we arrange the data. If someone again log in with that same things, so it will say that it is already exist. You have to create new things, or you have to just log in into that, not to do sign up. So single source of truth means you are here because you can search single source of the true data, or of the golden data. Okay, and you can eliminate the unwanted data here because the data are integrated and managed perfectly. We can use business entity in APIs also, Anna, and in the different UI application, user interface application also. Okay, like database, Oracle, we can say, for example. So for the better visibility, like for the better UI interface, we use business entity. Businesses, it also tracks the businesses. It also update and analyze the master data. So these things we can do from the business entity. That's why we use business entity. So those are the steps how we can create the business entity, and how we can use this into the customer 360. We will see more on customer 360, how we can use it. So for now, you can understand the business application, how we can create business entity console. Okay. So next slide are how to create these pages. These pages are important in business entity. When we create business entity, these pages are important, like how we can create a page, how we can search a particular thing from a page, Okay, search page we have to create, and how we can view the things we want. And if the things are not correct, then we can edit those things also. So these three pages are important to create. So let's move to the steps how we can create the creation page in the business entity. So these are the steps you can read. Log into the information MDM SaaS. You have to log in and navigate to the business entity. Okay, so business entity you have to open, select the business entity like customer. Suppose customer is already created business entity, we have seen the steps. So you have to open the business entity page, customer. Then project you have to open, which project, customer data project. And you have to open, click on business entities and select customer. Okay, you have to select those things in which business entity you want to create that those page. So click on create a new UI model, drag and drop fields needed for the form. Like you are create a form, so you have to drag and drop only the things you want to add in your creation page. So for example, customer ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, these are the attributes you can add. Set data validation rule. I have already told you the why validation are important. Ensure required fields are not empty. Means like email can't be empty, and the first name cannot be empty. So these are things you can add validation there. Okay, constraints you can also add, like how many lines are required in there. Okay, duplicate prevention, you can choose all the required things according to your project. So why we do creation page, I have already told that for the accuracy and for avoiding duplicacy, we create creation page. Okay, it whatever we do in the data entry, it standardize the things. Means the data are correct, the data are accurate, the data are good. And validation for the duplicacy, है ना, and it prevents the duplicacy. I mean, and rule based access control, RBAC. We have already seen in the previous lectures what is RBAC. The role based access control, it restrict certain users from entering sensitive data. Okay, it means it restrict the users, that he doesn't allow that he can access those particular data, like financial information. No, everyone can't access those things, no, which is very crucial for the organization. So suppose a sales executive enters a new customer, okay, record in the system. So before saving the customer, MDM system checks if the customer already exists. If it is found that the customer to the user to update the existing record instead of creating a duplication. Okay, if the customer is already exists, then it will not allow you to create duplicate account. So that's why we create creation page in the business entity. So this is all from the creation page, and the next page is, you can see the UI here. This is how we can create add fields. The steps we have seen now, how we can create add fields in the creation page. So this is how we can drag and drop simply the fields you want to add in your creation page. This is create page. So this is the UI. Whenever you do the practice, you can understand easily the steps I have told you. So the next is the search page, how we can create search page. So I would like to call Amjad to explain the search page, how to create search page. So
thank you, Vikas.
okay.
So we can create a search page via when we log in our admin console. There is an option plus new. Okay. When we click, then we select the business application business entity. Then we select business entity. After that, we select business app. Okay, and there we go to the search and query option and define the search attribute, and we can drag and drop the field and select the column, select attribute what we have defined, like customer ID, name, email, phone number. Okay, so and we need to ensure that in searchable filter is enabled while defining the attribute. Okay, and set the filter allow to user to define searches, search by email or phone number. We can use a wild card like percent, like whatever column we want, name जो भी है. Then for partial match we can use wild card, and after that we need to save it, and it will it will publish the all the configuration. Okay, and how users search for customer. For that we need to go to the MDM application, and in customer 360 there is a search option. When and there is a search icon, and we need to search whatever we want, like name, example like John in the name field. When we click on the search, it will display all the matching record. Whatever record will be matched, it will show. Click on the record and we can see all the information of the customer, like name, phone number, address, all the details about the customer will be shown. Just next slide, please. Okay. How to how to see how to create a view page. Okay, so for this we have to go business entity. After that we need to select customer entity page, and we can define read only layout or view and edit, and we can drag and drop it option, and we can drag field, and we can add or attribute, and we can set all the permission, like read only, and what field we want to mandatory, what is searchable, and we can enable relationship if we want. Okay, suppose if the customer has related order, so we are enable a relationship view. This will show associated transaction of that customer. It will help to see all the detail in one place. After that we need to save and publish. Okay, after saving it will automatically deploy it. Okay, and how user view a record. So for view a record we need to log in MDM, and customer 360. We can open customer 360 and select a record from the search result, and it will see all the customer detail. Okay, full customer detail will be displayed over there. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amjad. This is all from today's lecture.